right, I am back out on trail. Today I'm at a group camp out here at Afton State Park. I'm actually at the first annual Rob Pelton's Hot Tent Hoedown is what he's calling it. Lots of friends that I've had and hikers, campers I've had for about a year or so. Some I've only seen once or twice and are out here. A couple of friends and YouTubers that I've talked to before that are supposed to be out here tonight, and never met them before, so that should be fun. I'll try to do a little bit of my video on winter camping and my setup and what I do, what I bring, how I'm going to sleep for the night, my sleep system, all that. So I've had a lot of people kind of ask me about that. Winter camping is a very unique type of camping. It's a beautiful day today, so what a better time to show winter camping. It's about 20 degrees right now, a little bit of wind, but it's not bad. I think the low tonight is supposed to be about 10 to 15 degrees. So it's not bad, but it's definitely what you would call winter camping. The site is right down there. I don't know if you can even see on camera. I can see a tent off in the distance through the trees. But that's the site. So we'll go down there, see who's all there right now, and check everything out. I get to camp, and there's a couple people that were here last night that cleared out a nice beautiful spot that I'm going to use so I don't have to dig myself out a pit. But this spot right here was occupied last night by Signal Outdoors, so I'm sure he will have a video to his camp out from last night. I'll put the video down in the descriptions, so check that out, along with all the other YouTubers that are out here. You'll get introduced in a little while, but when I introduce them, I'll put their video or a link to one of their videos down in the description so you can watch theirs too. It's a beautiful day out here. It is gorgeous. I think it's about 30 degrees now, so got the St. Croix River out there, so beautiful. All right, let's get this party started. Alright, this is me and what I use for my setup for winter camping. This actual situation I'm using right here is actually a first time use, adding a wool blanket on top of my tent and covering it with my rain fly. This tent actually holds heat pretty darn good. When you close everything up at night, take the stakes out, have it closed up completely. Condensation really truly isn't a problem very much in this tent. It breathes pretty well even closed up. So tonight I'm trying the blanket, which would even absorb any kind of condensation I do produce inside there tonight. It'll keep in a little bit more heat. And then on top of that, what I'm gonna have hanging in my tent is a candle lantern that I've got that actually will produce. This will hang from the middle of the top of my tent, and this will produce heat in the tent. So that's kind of my heat source for the night, along with just my body heat that'll keep the tent, a lot warmer than what it is outside at least. But I brought a thermometer with me to kind of test, so I'll get to see, how well my system that I'm trying for the first time works. What goes in there is beeswax candles that'll last 8 hours. So I mean, you can get shorter ones, but beeswax ones are 8-hour candles, so that's pretty much the time I'm sleeping at night, so should work out good. I'm gonna base my tent with a blanket. This is just a regular old cheap Walmart Vikings blanket. I just want to kind of have a little base on the floor that's more than what I have to hold in heat. All right, now that I got my blanket down, my next layer for my sleep system, because there's a lot of cold that does come up to the ground. You have to be prepared for that if you don't have a winter sleeping pad. I have a 3-season sleeping pad. It's a Thermarest, just the regular one that they have. I can't remember the name of it, the Neo Light or Neo Air X Lights. It's got a 4.2 R value rating, if I remember right. And then when you add just a styrofoam mat, you know, they say that's about another 1 R value. So I'm looking at like a 5.2, 5.5, whatever, somewhere close to that. But that's going to be under my sleep pad. All right, so then after that, I grab my sleep pad. Actually, here we are, the Thermarest Neo Air X Light. So, like I said, about a 4.2 R value, if I remember correctly. So it's good, but just not good enough for 0-degree weather. It's supposed to get down to 15 degrees tonight, but with wind chill, you never know. So I'm trying to be safe than sorry. All right, sleep pad over the top of my styrofoam pad. And then sleeping bag over that. Now this sleeping bag is a 0-degree Marmot down sleeping bag. So this should keep me plenty warm. The comfort rating on it is 4 degrees. So this is a true 0-degree bag. From this point, I will hang my lantern. And there's my lantern. And I'll have a little extender on it for at night. I'm gonna have it hang around this area a little bit lower so that the heat can disperse a little bit better. But that's my heat source for the night. So, all right, so as far as pillows go, I'm using the Thermarest pillow, the medium-sized one. It's got actual fill in it that'll keep you warm, insulation. And I double that up with a travel-sized My Pillow, just like a little bit more cushion on my head at night. So that's why I use that. And I do have blow-up pillows, but these are they're kind of insulated, but not as well as these pillows. These are more or less I use for when I come in my tent at night and I'm watching a movie or TV, something before bed at night. They kind of prop my head up even further just to watch my phone, watch a movie or something. So keep those in there. All right, well, here is Rob Pelton. Most people have seen him on my videos. If you haven't seen his videos, go to Rob Pelton. This is his hot tent. I've been in it twice, but this time we're gonna get a real tour of it by Rob. So I will pass it off to Rob for the rest of the talking.
One Tigris Rock Fortress. It's a big TP style tent. It takes 20 stakes, 10 for the perimeter and 10 more for the guy out. So it is very involved, not a one-person tent. If you're solo, get something smaller. Let's take a peek. Right inside, we have bedding set up right over here. I'm also sitting on another bedding setup course, you got the stove right in the middle, which is accessible to each of us. And then over there is just gear storage, firewood, food, anything extra. But the peak height is 7.5 feet tall, and this tent and stove combo cranks. It's actually awesome, but it's heavy. 10 pound tent, 20-pound stove. So this is not a backpacker's setup. Now get out of my house.
No. All right, here is Tim Buckley, YouTube channel Backpacking with Buckley. If you haven't seen any of his videos, check them out. You can always check out my video with Tim when we went to the Ice and Yours unit last spring. And here's his hot tent. I'm going to show you what he's got going on. So I'll let him talk and then you can check it out.
All right, so this is the Lux Mini Peak XL. It is touted as a 3-person tent, but it's more of a 1-person with a stove tent. Whitney and I have made it a 2-person just to see if it does work. It's an awfully tight squeeze, but stove on one side and a bathtub floor on the other, which is a 1-person, so it's really packed with junk. Please excuse my mess. Swag on the Trail 82 fans. So yeah, Palmolive Traveler stove. Got up to 94 degrees last night.
Woo-wee.
Yeah, it works a lot better than the big tent.
That's a hot tent for you right there.
Yeah.
All right, well, thanks a lot. On to the
bet,
next
buddy.
one.
You bet, thank you.
It's 15 feet by 15 feet, just square. So that allows some versatility, I think. So you can A-frame it just straight up. Keep the doors, you could, I think there's like 8, tie outs on each side. So you can just go straight up A-frame if you want. Otherwise, what I've done, I just carabiner and open the doors during the day. And then you come in. So on the back side, what I've done is I've closed it off. So at night, I close both set of doors, and it provides a pretty windproof setup. So one thing I did, they want you to stake out the doors, not just a pain in the what. So I actually rigged up with some line locks. So I just go for my anchor stake. I got a line lock on each door, so that allows me to easily open, close, kind of tighten stuff down. Seems to be working pretty good. Let's see, I got the Lux or Lux, however you say it. I think it's the 3W. Been a decent stove. I wish it was longer. Standard size wood you get at the state parks, no moss. You got to cut them in half, split them. I don't like to work that much, as you can tell. So it's cool. It's a hammock tent, right? So I got my Ridge Runner in here. It's tight. Bridge hammock is tight in here. I've learned that. Red Run. I got my full war bonnet here set up today. I got the 0 degree Lynx under quilt, 0 degree top quilt, and I thought it was going to be chilly, so I bought a 40 degree jacks are better just for good measure. It spent the evening on the ground. So kind of cool. The ridge line just goes tree to tree, which you got a built-in clothesline if you want. Flip the Lucy light and dry crap off at night. Canvas. So this is my first hot tent. I've only been hot tenting for 2 months in my backyard till this trip. I wanted canvas. Research I did, it kind of holds heat a little better. I burnt the hole in my Palmolive regular hammock thing. It was not good. So this is, obviously resistant, a little bit more resistant to the sparks. It's 70% cotton, 30% polyester, which kind of creates a little softer feel, I think. Supposedly it's waterproof. I haven't had it in the rain, but for now I'm believing it. So what'd I miss?
That's it. You're good to go, brother.
Covered it good. That's Pete. All right, here is Sam. If you don't recognize Sam, he was on my Bean and Bear Lakes video with Shane. So if you haven't seen that video, go check it out. But here's Sam's winter setup. So he's going to tell you about his tent and his winter setup. There he goes.
Yeah, I have a Lost in Nature lightweight tent I found on Amazon. My tie vac for my front entryway, my porch. I have my Climate lightweight backpacking chair. And then,
Let's get up in here and see what we got. Oh, here we go.
then for my sleep system, I just have one of these on the bottom. I have a self-inflating foam pad, and then I have my wool blanket, my 50-degree sleeping bag, and then my Outdoor Vitals 0-degree top quilt.
Yeah, that should keep you nice and warm.
And
Yeah.
then my Trekology pillow.
Now, see, does that work okay for? Did you get cold with that last night?
Not at all.
Okay, I've used my pillow, my blow-up pillow before, and I felt like a draft almost.
But I had my stocking hat on, so.
Oh, I guess, yeah, that would make a good difference. I mean,
So yeah, I had my other stocking hat to sleep with, and nice and toasty. My little booties, my down booties.
All right. Well, there is Sam's setup. So he said he was here last night. You were warm last night, right? So yeah, so he's got a good setup. So.
0-degree.
All right. All right, here is Ken. Ken has been on a few of my videos. If you haven't seen Ken, you need to check out more of my videos then. Here is his hammock that he sleeps in, though. He's got a great winter setup, and he's pretty dialed in, so I'll let him talk from here and tell you about his setup.
Well, welcome to the palace. This is a hammock gear journey tarp.
All right.
Got the nice doors on it, so it keeps the wind out. Then inside, we got a Dutchware nutless hammock. Then a 0-degree underquilt, a 20-degree underquilt, and then the top quilts to match.
Ah, so he's nice and toasty in here. Beautiful.
Yeah.
We are all eating our dinner thanks to Sam over here. Brought the pork chops out. Who brought the bacon? I think that was Tim with the bacon. Yeah. Tent for the night, and that kind of wraps up the night for Rob Pelton's first annual hot tent hoedown. And my tent is a very good hot tent, it seems. Right now the temperature outside is 21 degrees and the temperature inside my tent is 40 degrees. So seems like my little idea I had going on for my tent is working out pretty well. So that about wraps it up for tonight. I'll check back in the morning. is up.
I brought my.
We are making breakfast or getting the fire going, ready for breakfast. We got Whitney behind me. That's Tim's wife.
Hi.
And everybody else that you've already met, except for Miyagi.
Oh, hi, good morning.
There's Miyagi right there. Miyagi on the trail. Check out his channel. He's Miyagi and Trips on the Trail. I will leave a link down in the description to his video. So, actually, it'll probably be one of his other videos because he takes like a month to put out his videos.
Month and a half.
A month and a half.
I see that.
So you'll see his stuff way later.
Hot water.
But check him out. So,
Hot water. Hot water.
and Rob is offering hot water.
I'll be playing.